A flurry of controversy has followed the release of Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer Story on Netflix earlier this month. Fans of the true crime show have blasted Netflix for romanticizing the renowned serial murderer, and the family of one of Dahmer's victims has spoken out against the streaming service for exploiting their relatives' misery. Eminem, Katy Perry, and Kesha are among the well-known individuals who have come under fire for using references to Jeffrey Dahmer in their works. These musicians all mentioned him by name in their 2010 hit songs. Who is Jeffrey Dahmer? One of the most infamous serial killers in the American history was Jeffrey Dahmer. He carried out a string of violent killings in the 1980s and the first few years of the 1990s, frequently dismembering his victims and hoarding body pieces as mementos. His crimes entrailed the media and terrified the country. The Jeffrey Dahmer Story, a Netflix limited series, tells the story of Dahmer's youth and earlier career, but the first of his murders in 1978. It explains the incidents that made him a serial killer, as well as the police injury that ultimately resulted in his capture. Given the simplicity of his crime planning and execution, it is difficult to comprehend that he managed to flee for such a prolonged period of time. Both critics and viewers have praised Evan Peters for his portrayal of the serial killer. The complex plot that spans several eras and attempts to shift most of the attention to his long list of victims has been masterfully woven by Netflix. The 10-episode True Tale drama series has a tremendous soundtrack with lots of great throwbacks to the 1980s and 1990s, taking viewers back to this varied time period. Donovan, Casey and a Sunshine Band, Nick Cave, Pretty Poison, Barry Manilow, London Beat, and the Jesus and Mary Chain are just a few of the musicians and bands featured in the series. Nick Cave and Warren Ellis, whose previous scoring credits include Wind River 2017, Hell or High Water 2016, The Road 2009, and The Proposition 2005, as well as Blonde, a 2022 Netflix film, contributed an amazing original score to the series. This Australian team, who are renowned for their inventive, dark and unique music, does an excellent job of setting the mood for such a horrifying and tragic subject matter. On September 21, 2022, the album went live on Apple Music, Spotify, and other streaming services. Other crime thrillers by this legendary combination include Wind River 2017, Hell or High Water 2016, The Road 2019, and Proposition 2005. The surprising musicians who included Jeffrey Dahmer in their lyrics. Number 1. Katy Perry and Juicy J. For mentioning serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer in her hit song Dark Horse, Katy Perry has drawn fire. The line, "She eats your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer," appears in the 2013 song, 9 years after its first release. Juicy J's song, which featured the artist, has gained attention due to the new Netflix documentary that details Dahmer's murders. It still upsets people when they hear the line in the song Dark Horse, "She eats your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer."
She's a beast. I call her come. She eats your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer.
And it always makes their kid flip the channel. One Twitter user criticized Perry for the song's lyrics to the relatives of the victims that is so disrespectful. Why isn't anyone criticizing Katy Perry for allowing such a repulsive and horrible face to be featured in one of her hit songs, said another fan. Jeffrey was a prominent serial killer, and Katy made the decision to romanticize his evil deeds. She must offer an apology. Dahmer, one of the most notorious serial killer in American history, is suspected of killing and dismembering at least 17 victims between 1978 and 1991. Among with other crimes, he committed necrophilia and cannibalism. Currently, a Netflix series featuring Evan Peters as the serial killer tells Dahmer's narratives. Family members of Dahmer's victims have criticized the presentation in one social media post. Quote, "I am not directing people difficult to watch. I know true crime media is popular today. However, if you're interested in the victims, my family, the Isbels, is upset about this show. Over and over, it re-traumatizes. But why? How many films, TV series, or documentaries do we require? Monster Dahmer overall, the Jeffrey Dahmer Story, has gotten mixed reviews, with praise focusing mainly on Peters's portrayal. Nicki Minaj. While Nicki just appears briefly in the song from which she was a featured artist by Future in 2018, her lyrics undoubtedly made a statement. She raps, "All his friends try to kill it. Eat it, J.A. Dahmer."
All his friends trying to kill it, eat it, just a dumb.
Eminem. Since he is such an exceedingly edgy and eccentric person, he wants to know that he is quirky and edgy after all. Must be the ganja from his 2009 Relapse album. In one of his most well-known songs, the lyrics are, "I can be a Dalai Lama and be calm or bring drama, a step beyond a Jeffrey Dahmer." But what did we expect from someone who also rapped about murdering his ex?
Facebook dilemma, I can be Dalai Lama and be calm, but bring drama, step beyond the Jeffrey Dahmer.
Kesha. In response to criticism for a continuous lyric about Jeffrey Dahmer on her song Cannibal, Kesha has been supported by her mother. In light of Netflix's release of the terrifying series Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer Story, which stars Evan Peters in the title role as the real-life serial killer. Lyrics from 2010 song have reappeared. Before being caught, Dahmer murdered and dismembered 17 victims between 1978 and 1991. His later crimes frequently entailed cannibalism, necrophilia, and the long-term storage of body parts. The song Cannibal, performed by 35-year-old Kesha, addressed Dahmer and Eating Man more than 10 years ago.
Use your fingers to my key and put it on your teeth, and you'll be an honor. Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer.
To our observation of Kesha's apparent personal development, we mostly disregard her cannibal phase. "I'll pull a Jeffrey Dahmer, I gobble lads up." "Breakfast and lunch" was a line that appeared in the title track early in the singer's career when her songs were still meant to be humorous. I have no idea who decided to include this, but users on TikTok have ironically spoken out against it because it was in such bad taste. The fact that Kesha thought that was okay, one commenter said, "If my mom hears this song, she will be so scared while me happily singing." Black Eyed Peas. Black Eyed Peas have caused controversy in the past due to the lyrics of their songs, considering that one of the song titles was based on an ableist insult. But for no apparent reason other than artistic edge, one of America's worst serial killers is casually mentioned in one of their lesser-known songs. Electric City. The lyrics read, "D la D, the killer on the loose like I'm Jeffrey Dahmer." What do you think of music videos that romanticize someone who has a dark past? Will you also think it's disrespectful? Please let me know by leaving a comment below. And if you enjoy this video, please press the like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for stopping by to watch. See you in our next video.